once worked with a family whose daughter was applying to several excellent private schools. On paper, she looked like a very strong candidate. Her grades were excellent, her testing was strong, she had thoughtful teacher recommendations. At first, her parents were focused on one very prestigious school they had heard about from several friends. But when we began looking more closely at the classroom culture of that school, something interesting emerged. The school placed a very strong emphasis on rapid-paced academic discussion. Students were expected to participate constantly in class conversations, but their daughter was a student who loved learning through quiet analysis and writing. She was incredibly thoughtful, but she preferred time to think deeply before speaking. When the family visited another school that emphasized independent thinking and writing, her entire demeanor changed. She became animated, she asked questions. She could immediately imagine herself learning in that environment. In the end, that school turned out to be a far better fit, and she absolutely thrived there. That experience illustrates something important. The strongest school on paper is not always the environment where a student will do their best learning. The right environment is the one where a student feels engaged, confident, and curious. Although every student is different, there are a few qualities that often align well with many private school environments. One of the most common is intellectual curiosity. Private schools frequently emphasize inquiry-based learning. Students are encouraged to ask questions, explore ideas, and engage deeply with academic material. Students who enjoy thinking about ideas and exploring topics in depth often feel very comfortable in these environments. Another quality that often helps students thrive is engagement with learning. Many private school classrooms involve active participation. Students are expected to share ideas, collaborate with classmates, and engage with teachers. Students who enjoy interacting with others about academic ideas often find these environments energizing. A third quality is academic independence. Private schools frequently encourage students to take increasing responsibility for their learning. Students may manage long-term projects, independent reading assignments, or research-based work. Students who enjoy taking ownership of their work often flourish in these environments. These qualities are not requirements for admission, but they are patterns admissions officers often notice among students who tend to do particularly well in private school settings. When families begin the journey with clarity, the entire admissions experience often feels far less overwhelming.